Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroads Online. We're down here at the smelter yard and I'm getting a big train put together. I've got three or four coal hoppers, I forget now, and 13 cars of raw iron. And I'm going to go ahead and drag these empty cordwood cars back with me as we head out of here. But first I want to get this cordwood put in the smelter. So I've got the Heisler over here. It's just checking brakes. So we're going to do a little bit of switching, and then we're going to try to lug this big train out of the valley. That should be pretty interesting. It'll be the biggest train, so hopefully it stays together. We have four? Yeah, I think I have four hoppers now. It's been a while since I played. Been about a week or so. With Thanksgiving and everything, it's been a while. So I've got 17 cars over there, these 5. So I think we're going to have a 22 car train. I'm also getting a little low on wood. Probably ought to throw some more wood in here before we try to head out of the valley. So I think what I'm going to do is hook up to these cars, push them on back, and then come down this track. Swing by the wood depot. I want to turn this around anyway. Yep, stopped a little too soon. That's looking better. How's that? Ah, just short. That ought to do it. Take the handbrake off. And then I've already lined the switches up. Just need to push back clear of that first yard lead. And then we'll come down here. And those switches are lined up to get us right past the firewood depot. So we're going to come on back. So we're going to have a little bit of switching, a little bit of heavy pulling in this episode. And then once we get this over to the freight depot, next episode I plan to start building track over to the ironworks. So we're here at the smelter. I'm going to take this train over to or at least most of it over to the freight depot. Because it's ready to head to the ironworks, which I believe takes coal and raw iron. I might need to double check that. I'll double check before we take the train over, but we do need tracks, regardless. Alright, there's that first switch lead. So, I'm going to pull down here, grab some firewood, and then get reversed around the reversing loop. There's that good old rocking back and forth physics bug. Someday we'll get some good physics. They've got a good base. They just need some tweaks. There we go. Forward ho. Once you get moving, it doesn't take very much at all to go. You just got to get rocked out of that physics bug. I think we got all the cars behind us, so that's good. Had a lot of coupler issues, like a lot of you have said in the comments. You're having coupler issues as well. So got to keep an eye on your train. Make sure it's hanging together. I don't like all this flickering. Someday I might relay all this when I get free time. So that'll be never. Normally I would pull in here and load with firewood, but I've got this string of cars. So I'm just going to pull up here and I'll just run back and forth. I don't have a ton of firewood down here anyway. Actually, I was going to put this cordwood in the smelter. Maybe it would make more sense to put this cordwood in the firewood depot. We are pretty low down here. I wouldn't want to be stuck down in the valley with no firewood. Yeah, okay. Immediate change of plans. I'm going to put the cordwood in here. And we'll turn it into firewood, and I'll grab what's here and throw it in the Heisler. We'll test and see if this actually works. I'm not sure if I've dropped any wood off here before, so save. Always save. And that's why you always save, because we're too far. Only 2 of those made it in. Dad nabbit. Alright, I'm going to reload. I'm going to get that fixed. I'm going to get some firewood in here. Or wait. No, it didn't process it that fast, did it? No, it only showed 2 going in there. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back. I'm going to get some stuff done. Alright, I relayed the track. It's actually almost a little too close now. But the Heisler made it by. The first time. A little close. We got the cordwood turned into firewood. Got the firebox filled up a bit. And now we're going to back out onto the main line. Slow this down a little bit. Need to go make sure the switches are lined up. That put in. So I just need to back around and I'm going to tack these on to the end of the train. Yeah, I'll leave that one set. There's a lot of running around when you're doing switching. I kind of wish we had some kind of remote option for single player. All right, so we're going to come through here, straight through here, and then we need to turn here. Then we're lined up to go over. That switch is already set. We just need to go over, tack them onto the end of the train, run the engine back out, back on, hook on, and then we'll be ready to head out up the grade. So while we're waiting on that, I'm going to run down here and get some switches set. So I need this one line to go out. That one line to cross over. These guys are all going to be straight through until we're ready to cross over. So that should be good. Now I just got to run back over and catch the train. So I'm going to get that all hooked up. Then we'll be ready to head out of the valley. All right, we're on the move. We've got 13 iron, 5 empty cordwood cars, and 4 full coal. So 22 car train. Headed up the grade. I think the steepest is 4.5. Most of it's 3%. So I don't anticipate any problems. But we shall see. I mean, other than couplers breaking and weird stuff. I don't anticipate any power problems. Should probably clarify that. See if we can get the whole train headed up the grade here. Without anything breaking. Can't see the whole train now. I hope it's back there. Up to 30% now on the throttle, or regulator. I may say throttle, but you know I mean regulator. I'm used to diesel engines. We'll go ahead and raise it up to 40%. We've got a steep part in here somewhere. And I'll probably just leave it at 40. We'll see how it goes. Let's get in nice and close. Need a good thumbnail. It's fun watching all the parts whiz around. I was going to fill up at the water tank, but it wouldn't quite reach over as I was coming across the crossover. Probably ought to move that water tower. Seems to be handling it just fine, assuming all the train's back there. We'll be able to see it when we get up here on the trestle. Can't even see the whole train winding through the woods here. Made a mistake though, I forgot to save right before I took off. See a lot of steel cars back there, or iron. And I see an empty cordwood on the back, so we at least have all of the iron cars. And one cordwood car. We don't have fire. We got about a little over half on the fire, so I think we'll be good to go to get all the way over to the sawmill area. We'll see how we're doing. I think we got the whole train. That looks like a bunch of empty cordwood cars on the back. So, knock on wood. We're going to make it. Now, I'm not sure what the switch situation up here is. I'm going to go ahead and pop the UI back on. I'm hoping we're lined up. I can't remember where I went last time I came through here. Let's see. I think we're good. We have a normal. It's hard to tell which is which when they're together like that. Get a little closer and be able to see the switch points. Yep, I believe we're good. Straight through on both of those. Good deal. I didn't want to have to stop on this hill with 22 cars. And no sand. Be glad when they fix the sand bug, because it's just too much of a pain to refill it with sand every time you log in. That switch is set. The screenshot. Look at that Heisler, man. That's awesome. Just set it on 40 and forget it. It's what this thing was designed for, and even steeper grades. We're doing on fire. We're doing okay. We're probably going to have to stop, because I don't think I'm lined up to go to the freight depot. Might be able to pop out of this view and then get the brakes off. Let's try that real quick. There we go. Keep a little bit of power on. And then run! It's that single player experience. Trying to sprint ahead of your train. So we should be able to take this first switch and then just go on around and be pointed at the freight depot. If I get all the switches lined up right. Oh, she's coming. Yeah, so we need this one thrown. And we'll just hope everything stays together and there's no trees. Don't see any trees in the track so far. Need to cut over to about here and throw another switch. For those that don't know, there's a link in the description of every RO video that has a link to my map. It should be the latest version. You can follow along on the map viewer site, like where we are and what tracks we're going to. You're not familiar with the railroad. Alright, need to throw this one. This is a mess through here. It's kind of embarrassing. I got the grade wrong coming off there. Yeah, it's just ignore it. It mostly works. Then I need to throw this switch and then we'll be pointed at the freight depot. There we go. Now we try to find our train. It's an old road bed. I need to get rid of that someday. Delete this while we run back over to find the train. This was going to be my original cutoff to come over to the sawmill. And I never did finish it. Where you at, train? Please tell me you're still on the track. I didn't cut the power down too much. I don't see a train. Oh, there it is. It's just slowed way down. We're good. Back on 20. I think we still have all of the train. You know what, now that we're on level ground, I'm going to ease this to a stop and save. I don't want to come back up that grade again. Down on ground. Never save standing on groundwork because you can load back in stuck inside of it. Here we go. Save. Beautiful. We'll get started again. Put it on 40 and just let her roll. No problem. So far. This is pretty straight. I'm going to try to see if all the train comes around the corner. Don't run into too many trees. Oh, I see a cordwood car, so we have all the iron. I think we're good. Now, it's been a while since I was over at the freight depot, so I don't remember how the switches are set. There's a mogul over here somewhere. Might actually pull this over to the ironworks with the mogul. Yeah, that's a nice shot. Can even open the sunroof. Can I run faster than the train? Just barely. So I probably want to take this first track, maybe? Not sure how I want to tie in, actually. Might end up making a Y off the loop here. Yeah, let's go ahead and just go in that track there and we'll park. We're too long for my little stub yard. But I'll just park over here and then we're going to be doing some work. We'll be heading that way. Pull up the map here. It had that direction over towards the ironworks. So that'll be the next episode. We'll start working on that. And I'll show some of the, like the scouting and my process for getting over there. In case some of you are interested. Here's the mogul. All out of steam, basically. We need U-throne. Oh yeah, I already had a switch here. Getting ready to head off towards the ironworks. I think that's my old 6% line up the mountain. I gotta run down here and get this train stopped. That's no throttle, that's just all coasting. I turned the throttle off when I hopped out. Ease in some brake. I may end up backing this up a bit and putting the mogul on it. We shall see. I'm not sure what the plan is. I think I'll try to pull it with the mogul once we head for the ironworks. Should handle it. Most of this is fairly flat, I think. But we'll find out more in the next episode as we scout out the tracks. Thanks as always for watching, and take care.